Hi, everybody. I just wanted to give a brief introduction to this week's readings and to the assignments. I'm not going to give you a formal lecture per se. I'm just going to chat for a little bit about what you'll be doing for this week. And then we'll have time to talk about all this stuff more during our virtual session on Friday, for those of you who can make that. As I mentioned in the introductory session on Thursday, a lot of you are coming at the retreat from very, very different backgrounds. So some of you have been teaching online for years, have a lot of experience with using technology in the classroom and integrated technology into your teaching, and you're pretty familiar with a lot of the pedagogies involved in blended learning or online learning, as well as the technologies involved. You're really using the retreat to refine what you're doing and to rethink maybe some of your practices and using this opportunity to do that. And that's great. Now there's other folks that are coming at the retreat who really have very little experience teaching online. This is, their first foray into maybe taking a class fully online, or maybe blending a class, or even technology, or using intensive technology in it. And for those of you who are going in, you're sort of maybe a little trepidatious about some of the theories. You maybe haven't heard many of the theories or read about why people use technology, what are the best practices for using technology in your teaching, or you may not be very familiar with some of the technologies that are being used. And so you're coming at the retreat from a very different place. You're really looking to really use this as a way to jumpstart your use of technology in teaching, and to change maybe some of the methods that you're using. So you're going to be coming at this course from a very different place for people that have a lot of experience with technology. So for this first week, I wanted to give some really nice foundational readings for those people who have little experience, right? So that they can sort of see what sort of the range of things that are happening, what some of the sort of the basic theories and ideas are behind teaching with technology, online teaching, blended learning. But I also wanted to have some stuff in there that might be useful for people who have some experience. So for the people who are jumping in for the first time, start with that optional reading, the Cohen-Rosen reading. This is a textbook that's gone back for years, sort of the classic textbook for people teaching online. And that's their introductory chapter, and it just is really basic. It just goes through the different ways in which technology is sort of used in technology-intensive classes, from fully online classes to blended classes. It just gives an overview of the types of things that you should be thinking about, what these classes might look like, and stuff like that. For those of you who have a lot of experience, you might want to glance at it just to take a look at it, but it won't really be all that important for you. For those of you who have a lot of experience, I think the reading that you're going to really want to read is the Miller reading. And again, this will be really useful for those people who are jumping in the first time as well. But this reading is from a book called Minds Online. It's written by a psychologist who sort of came at online teaching a little bit late in her career, but she really wanted to sort of delve into a lot of both sort of the learning psychology behind this, but also sort of the effective practices. It's really a great book, but I excerpted this chapter out of it because she goes through some of the sort of the what is working and what's not working with online or really technology intensive classes. So I think you'll find this really interesting, even if you have a lot of experience. Some of the stuff you'll say like, oh yes, but I think it might reframe some things for you and help you rethink other things. And then the rest of the readings are pretty short, so you can just take a look at those as you see fit. And glean from those what you want to. And again, for those people who are coming in for the first time, I think you'll find all of the readings kind of interesting, if only to learn some of the jargon that's going on behind the scenes. We also have 2 assignments for you for this week. As you know, one of the major goals for the retreat is that you'll take a module from a course that you're actually teaching and enhance that module with some of the pedagogies and methods and technologies that we're going to learn about for these 2 weeks. So you'll actually walk away with something at the end of this whole process. So I want you to start that very process with the assignments for this introductory week. So I want you to choose a particular course that you want to enhance. And then write a little bit about it. Some of you are coming to the retreat. You already know what you're going to be doing for this course. That's fine. That's great. So it'll be pretty easy for you. You can just like write that down and then start writing some of the things that you might want to do within that course. For others of you, you may be still deciding what course you're going to choose, and that's okay too. While you're doing your readings for this week, just think about, okay, what course would most benefit from some of these things that these authors are talking about, and then help that to sort of narrow down what you're going to choose. The other assignment is for you to go and find a example out there in the wild of some course taught in your discipline that's been taken online. You see if you can harvest a syllabus or something for that. Sometimes people find this hard to do. There's a lot of stuff is not just out there in the public. Usually you're able to find something. Most people are able to find something. If you have trouble doing this, contact me or contact Tatiana or Robbie, and we'll give you some guidance. But I find this a really interesting assignment to do because it just gives you another perspective from your discipline on how somebody has used technology to enhance a course, right? So it may not be anything like what you would want to do yourself. It may be completely bad, but it will still help inform you for what you want to do. So I think this is a super helpful process to go through, and one that's great right here at the beginning. So that's all I have for you. Oh, last thing I wanted to mention, please stop by the virtual session on Friday. We'll be talking about the readings, we'll be talking about your assignments, and it'll really help, I think, gel all this stuff together. So try to partition out some time so that you can make it to that session. So anyway, I will see you all. That's all I have right now. I'll see you all online. I'll see you in the forums, and I'm looking forward to some great responses, and I hope to see you at the virtual session on Friday. Have a great week, everybody, and I'm looking forward to all the great stuff you're going to do. Bye-bye.